விதவிதமான ஆடை ஆபரணங்களுடன் உங்கள் பண்டிகை நாட்களை ஒளிமயமாக கொண்டாட தீநகரில் உள்ள வேலவன் ஸ்டோர்ஸுக்கு வாங்க.
Hi, hello, welcome to Dinamalar. Today we have a very special guest with us, the financial expert, the economist and the auditor, Mr. Shekhar is with us. We have a lot more to ask. Come on, let's talk. Vanakkam sir, how are you?
Vanakkam, very well, good day.
Nowadays there is a buzz around the phrase wealth distribution around everywhere. So that is also their Congress manifesto also outlined it, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi reiterating it in their campaign also. What is it actually like, whether it is feasible or possible in India, and how do you see all the things on the whole?
See, wealth distribution is even practically very difficult among the family members. See, for example, the Indian Hindu law says if it is a father's self-owned property, father is having every right to give that property among his children on his own wish. For example, suppose he is having 3 children. He wants to distribute his property to 3 children. There is no compulsion that he has to distribute equally. The law given permission and power to the owner of the asset. He can determine and he can decide how much he can give it to his children. So, a family property earned by a father distributing among his own children itself, there is no law that it can be equally distributed as long as father is alive. Even father is not alive, he is writing a will. He can write a will. 60% of the property go to my eldest son, 30% go to my daughter, 10% only for the youngest son. Like that he can write. Court is having no power to question it. So this is the system of law prevails in this country. How can a political party come and distribute the assets of the rich man to the poor equally? So this is just exploiting the innocence of the public.
Why don't you look at it in the sense like they may develop policies for it. Like they might have find out from the survey like who are all deprived sections of the society, and they may design a policy for their growth. Why don't you look at this as that?
Say they can design a policy for the growth of the deprived people or who are below the poverty line for their upliftment by the government policies. But the government cannot frame a policy in such a manner that I can take the assets of a rich man and give it to the poor man. It means it is as good as a robbery. How can a government take? See, government can take an asset of a rich man by way of tax. In this country, in olden days, very practically, prior to 1984, we used to make a fund. It is not a make a fund, that is the system prevails in the country. One rich man lives in this country. When he earned income, the income tax department went to his house, you are earning income, you pay me income tax. The rich man thought, why I should earn income? I can create assets which value will grow in the long term. Let it not earn every year some income. Because you don't want to pay income tax in a very high manner. So, he created a wealth which can appreciate over a period of time. So, at the time of appreciation, if he sell the property, let him plan accordingly. So, he created wealth. The same income tax officer went to his house. Good morning, I am wealth tax officer, you create a lot of wealth, pay me wealth tax. The rich man thought, oh, in this country they are not allowing me to earn an income, they are not allowing me to create a wealth. At least let me distribute to the needy people as a gift. The same income tax department officer, calling himself as a gift tax officer, went to his house. You gave gift more than 5,000 rupees in this year. So when you are affordable to share something as a free for somebody, you also give it to me for the donor. The gift tax act was there. The rich man thought, in this country they are not allowing me to earn, create a wealth, distribute freely. So he committed suicide. So before his body went to a burial ground, the same income tax officer came to his house and told his son, I am controller of estate duty. Your father left over a property, you are liable to pay estate duty. So that was the law prevailing in this country, direct tax, up to 1985 February. So all these measures are time tested, failed on so many situations. And one point of time, we had a tax, for example, exactly 30 years back. Exactly 30 years back. Today we are talking about socialism, equalities, the government is a Hindu supportive government, all these things we are speaking. Do you know what is the tax on Hindus, exclusively on Hindus? Which is not there for any other community. See, as per because India is a Hindu population major country, and we are having a law called Hindu law, and we are having a system called Hindu undivided family system. Even today, in a Hindu undivided family system, there is a separate tax assessment. Till 1995, a Hindu undivided family system living together jointly and earning an income, and if they earn income more than 1 lakh, up to 1995, if they earn income more than 1 lakh, the rate of tax levied is 65%. That means an Hindu, in an Hindu undivided family system, running his family and running his family business, earn an income above 1 lakh rupee, he is liable to pay 65%. So this was the system prevailed in this country. Over a period of time, everything is rationalized. I can say thanks to the openness thinking of the former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, who only thought the economy should be open. At that point of time, he selected the great economist Dr. Manmohan Singh as his finance minister, rationalized the wealth tax. I can say why rationalize the wealth tax. Even you are having a small pen which cost more than 2,500 rupees, on that you are liable to pay wealth tax. Anything and everything will be added to the wealth. So Dr. Manmohan Singh, when he came, he said, no, wealth tax means only on the asset which is not going to generate income. Jewelry, car, like that. Certain assets which is not going to generate income. Only 5 assets he restricted practically. Before this was happened in 1993. But when the BJP government came, 2014, but in 2017, Arun Jaitley abolished the wealth tax itself. Immediately don't say they are taken a step for the benefit of, no, they have taken a step for supporting Ambanis and Adanis. So BJP government, you see, G. Shekhar is saying abolished wealth tax. What Arun Jaitley said, on the wealth I am getting only 1% tax. If he is having 100 crore asset, I am getting 1% tax as a wealth tax. Instead of that, the same high income individual earn income more than 50 lakhs, because he is a rich man earning income more than 50 lakhs. I can charge him 10% surcharge on his income. If he earn more than 1 crore, I charge 15%. If he earn more than 2 crore, 25%. He can earn more than 5 crore. I can charge 37% surcharge. That means instead of depending on the value of the asset, I can get more tax on the value on the basis of his how much his assets get him income. Even if you ask me, today so many news channels are saying that this government is for Ambani and Adani's, only for rich communities. Who really work for rich communities? What happened in 1997? Exactly think over what happened in 1997. Okay, India is a need of petrol and diesel. India need lot of refineries and everything. There was a law coming into force from 1st November 1997. Any private people starting a refinery, any private people starting an oil refinery, commencing commercial production on 1st November 1997. For 10 years, they are not liable to pay tax. Who are starting private refinery, not liable to pay 10 years tax. From what date?
97.
1st November 97, that is most important.
Okay.
1st November 97. Who is the only person started in Gujarat? Ambani. Who was the government? Congress supported government. Congress supported UPA government. They are only talking about this, today's government is pro. In 1997, what they have done? They exempted the capital gain tax on share market. Rich people earning dividends from their investment, big companies, big corporate sector. We are talking about Ambani's and Adani's. What about the Sun Network? They are also corporate only. They are earning dividend for their investment in companies, for their shares, for the company profit, they are earning dividend. The dividend is fully exempt from tax. And small amount of 7.5% is charged on the companies as dividend distribution tax. Prior to 97, dividend is fully taxable at the rate of 30%. In 97, they brought dividend distribution tax. In the hands of the investor, large investor, rich people, everything is exempted. But when the BJP government in 2004, or 2004, that period, they increased the dividend distribution tax from 7.5% to 10% because they don't want to have lower. Subsequently, one point of time, it went only up to 18%. Up to 18% dividend distribution tax. But originally, how much they paid? 30%. When the BJP government, this government came to power, what they have done? Corporate tax, you pay on your corporate profit. After paying corporate tax on your corporate profit, if you distribute dividend to your investor, like Ambani's and Adani's, you pay normal rate of tax up to maximum of 42%. How can you say? But all the channels, if you see some of the channels, for corporate, this government has reduced the tax, and then which corporate government reduced the tax? Manufacturing sector having turnover below 250 crore. No Ambani's and no Adani's is having only 250 crore. They are having lakhs of crores of business. So for the sake of confusing the people, taking the advantage of ignorance of financial policies of the government, politicians speak. That's all, for vote purpose.
Actually, estate duty was abolished in the period of Rajiv Gandhi period only, no? So they also abolished, they also generalized, Rajiv Gandhi also opened up the economy, and his policy.
See, today the government is, Congress is speaking that we are going to bring inheritance tax and other thing. Inheritance tax was in this country 1953 onwards in the name of estate duty. Do you know what is a estate duty? It starts from 5% to 40%. And ultimately it was 30%. In 1980s and 84s, it was 30%. In 1985 financial budget, after Indira Gandhi assassination, general election, Rajiv Gandhi government came with a substantial power with full capacity in Parliament, Lok Sabha, maximum number of Congress, BJP that time had only 2 persons in the Lok Sabha. VP Singh was the finance minister. They abolished the law of estate duty. Today they are talking about equal distribution of wealth. You only abolished estate duty, inheritance tax, which was 30%. You are having asset to more than 2.5 lakhs rupees, you are liable to pay according to the asset you are owning, start with 5% to 30%. And they also abolished with a retrospective effect by a notification with effect from 1/10/1984, because Rajiv Gandhi don't want to pay estate duty on asset owned, inherited from.
Own family.
See what they are saying, no parliamentarian or no minister will say that it is for the benefit of Rajiv Gandhi or his family. They said the collection of tax is much lesser than the expenditure incurred for collection of tax. See, what is the expenditure incurred means how to control the expenditure the government should have planned. Or how to reduce the expenditure they should have planned. Or how to improvise the system government should have planned. But they abolished the whole system. Today they are talking about inheritance tax, wealth distribution, all things.
Actually, Congress is not talking. No, they are distancing themselves with that statement, because it was Pitroda's statement. He just said like that. So we are not nowhere in the picture. That's what Congress message.
See, it is how whenever the problem comes, no, it is said by one of my family member, it is not my family opinion. In Tamil they will be tell, there is a proverb. Some person will do, pinch the kid will start crying. Then he make the child to stop the crying. Like this they are doing. The Tamil சொல்லுவாங்க, பிள்ளையும் கிள்ளி விட்டு தூளியும் ஆட்டி விடுவாங்கன்னு. Ask somebody to speak, you speak. Any resistance come? No, it is not our statement, it is individual statement. This is what is happening. Ultimately, he is also one of the important person of the party, no? Before he opened the mouth, what is the party's principle, he has to know, no? And he has been given full importance only by the Congress party since Rajiv Gandhi government. Before that, who do you know about Sam Pitroda?